your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, and today we're gonna get into the Gather Round Sisters Hocus Pocus collab with Colourpop. Y'all know I had to get this palette. I do actually like Halloween. That I didn't get to go trick-or-treating as a kid though, like ever, because according to my mom, it's the devil's holiday. So, you know, I never got to go trick-or-treating, but I go out on my way to make sure my son gets to, because just because, you know, you like Halloween does not mean you worship the devil, contrary to popular belief. Because I feel like a lot of Christians feel that way. I'm not one of them ones that feels that way. I don't mind my son dressing up and going out, because it's like at the end of the day, it's stuff that little kids do. And, you know, he still goes to church every Sunday. And well, we still used to go to church every Sunday before all of this happened, and my grandmother got sick since she was a pastor and all that. So I don't think it necessarily has anything to do with that when it comes to Halloween and you like going out to trick-or-treat, but you know, to each his own. Anyway, this is what the inside of the palette looks like. So it's 3 of them that aren't intended for eye use. It's this one right here, Brew Potion, and there's one called Night of Frolic, and then Dead Man's Toast. So these 3 are not intended for eye use. If I remember correctly, this palette was like $20 or $22. I think it's higher than usual just because, you know, they have the Disney collab on it. So I think that's where the extra $2 came from, because I swore this Garden Variety palette was only 20 bucks. But I feel like this one cost me 22. Don't quote me though, because I'm not exactly sure. I know it sold out on their website, but if I remember correctly, they still had it on, I think they still have it on Ulta's website. I know it released on Ulta quite shortly after it released on Colourpop and got sold out. I went there to go try to get the eyeliners, and of course all those had still sold out, but that's okay, because I watched Julia Mazzucato's video on it when she did her like roundup of all the stuff she had gotten PR or whatever, and she was saying that the eyeliners didn't work that well, and like the green wasn't true to the color of the green she thought it was going to be to match the inside of the palette. So I'm like, the green it looks like the color Lucky from Those of Colors, and I already own that. Not to mention I own quite a few green eyeliners from Urban Decay, because every year they're 50% off during 21 Days of Beauty, and I just buy all the colors I want then, and that's my favorite formula, Urban Decay and Dose of Colors, if anyone cares. The Essence ones are really good too. It's just the Essence ones don't have that many colors. So anyway, I'm trying to decide, because I want us to do like a purpley look with these, but I also of course have to have us do a green look with these. I think it'd be cool to do a taupe look, but I'm gonna wait till I get the what that's so taupe, is that the name of it, or whatever, the taupe palette they have. I'm gonna wait till it goes on sale, and I'm gonna get that, and then maybe I'll do a palette mashup with these colors right here. I don't know, we'll see. But I love this color Winch here. I don't know why. I think it's because it's a cool silverish type shade, but we're most likely going to use some of these colors, the berry tones of course, and then of course y'all know I have to use the green. So I'm gonna do 2 different eye looks in this video like I do in other videos. So let's get started. I'm going to start off with the green look, of course, because that's my personal favorite. I'm going to take the shade Bewitched, that dark green on the outer V. And has anybody noticed like Colourpop's shadow quality? I feel like it's like gone down since like quarantine ended. I don't know if they can't get the same materials that they were getting before, and that's why the palettes are like, the quality isn't the same. I was thinking about making a video talking about like what happened to Colourpop's eyeshadows like before and after like quarantine, because I feel like before they were like way better than they are now, and now they're just kind of like, you know, whatever this is. It's not that this is blending out bad, it's just like I remember when they blended out smoother and you know, easily, and did a much better job than they do now. Because I feel like the Garden Variety is just, you know, I hate to say it like the same as the term, a Garden Variety palette, a dime a dozen. It's not, you know, anything exceptional or wonderful, and not even with the formula. Like their formula is usually pretty nice. It was like, oh, okay, well the formula is pretty nice, and it was reasonably priced, so it's not that bad. But it's like, I don't even think the formula on that one is that great to where it's like I should be like praising it. And I never thought I'd get to the day where I'd be talking about how Colourpop's formula has changed, and I don't think it's changed for the better. But I don't feel like I'm the only person who feels that way though, because I've heard a lot of people saying it that recently, like they feel like the formula of Colourpop shadows has changed. So it's like, I don't feel bad saying this, because it's like, it's not like I'm in it alone. And even if I was, it's like, if that's how I felt, then that's how I felt. Y'all know I'll say however the hell it is I feel, and if that's the way I feel and somebody doesn't agree, that doesn't change how I feel. But yeah, I feel like their shades lately have not been, you know, like all that. Like they've just been, I don't know, mediocre at best. And it's like they're known for having such great stuff. I'm taking the On Toast shade down. I'm just gonna dust it over this real quick. But yeah, I just feel like it hasn't been what it used to be. And if you notice, they haven't done like any influencer collabs like in a while since, who was it? I want to say it was Bretman Rock, right? Or was it Karrueche for the second time? I know they did Make Up Shayla again. They did Karrueche again. They've done I Love Sarai a few times. They always doing Kathleen Lights. It was like, but I feel like this year they didn't have like any influencer collab whatsoever. Like not a one. I don't know if it's because they tied up everything like in Disney to get their money back from the Disney collabs, and that's why they haven't really done anything. But I've noticed they haven't done any collabs with any YouTubers this year. And I thought that was interesting. Because for 1 year, they were like doing it like back to back to back. Wait, no. Didn't the 2 Kathleen Lights palettes come out this year? Or am I making that up? I don't remember. I'm trying to remember when the, but I feel like her palettes came out last year too, right? I don't know. Anyway, that looks okay. We're going to go in with the, of course, green shade now. And then I'm going to take that silver shade Wench and put it in the inner corner. So I'm going to swatch the 2 shimmers just because I feel like that's the most important thing to swatch. I'll swatch the green and I put on my eye too just so we can see how it swatches, if it gives any good pigmentation or whatnot. So let me swatch the green real quick. So those are the shades we're using right now. This is the green that we blended into the crease. That's the shade I'm going to put on the lid. And then this shade we're going to put in the inner corner. So, and then we'll be done with this first eye. And get to the second eye. So there. Take this Colourpop blending brush. And I like to use brushes like this for my shimmers. So that's what I'm going to do. Take the green shade. I just swatch the back of my hand and go to town in the crease. I mean, at the crease on the lid. Okay. I don't know why I thought it was gonna be like raining out here, y'all, because from what I heard outside a little earlier when I was like filming my first video, because we're on the second one now, I was like concerned about going outside because to me it sounded like it was gonna rain just based on what I was hearing, but then I went outside and everything was fine. So I was like, oh, okay. That's interesting. I'm just taking the brush I used the green with and going back over it a little bit. I did tap into the green lightly, but I didn't like put a whole bunch on the brush. I just hate when there's like a whole bunch of shimmer in my crease. So then I'm going to take the brush that we used the brown with and kind of dust over it as well. And y'all know this is my perfect kind of fall eye look like. But I feel like I could have made this look with a million other green palettes I own. Since y'all know I'm a green palette fanatic. Like I'm with Karen Harris. Greens are it. I love me some blues and purples too, though. I don't just obsess with green the way she does. I'll use the green, I'll use the blue, I'll use the purple. Those are just my go-to colors. Okay. So the crease is still a little bit more shimmery than what I would like, but you know. Oh, well, the shimmer particles has risen there. It's too late, and it's not like I'm about to wear this. I still got like, what is that, 2 more palette mashups to do, so it's not that big a deal. I just wanted to get this video done so I could try to get it up tomorrow. So we're going to go into this little quad now. Oh, wait, no. Sorry, I didn't put in the inner corner highlight. See, y'all? I feel like that's something I always forget to do in a lot of videos. So, like, I'll be like, I'll see you guys next one. Then I'll turn off the camera like, crap, I didn't put in the inner corner. But y'all see the inner corner in the picture, and it's usually the one I told y'all I was going to do in the video, and I just didn't do for whatever reason. So, there's that. Yeah, I feel like this color is perfect to go with this to go with this look. Just gives the extra pop to the inner corner after you already put the shimmer on the lid. So yeah, it's giving that extra pop since I feel like this is a little more green and grungy and like dark and subtly. I wanted a little brightness. Okay, let me pick up these makeup and what? I'm gonna need them later, and I need to know where they are. I'm gonna put this Sephora bag. No brush. Okay, so I'll start off with the shade Night of Frolic, the one I told you all you're not supposed to actually use for the eye. And then I'm going to go up with the shade Dead Man So, which again, you're not supposed to use on the eye. And then I'll probably do a combination of these 2 shimmers. And then I think I'm going to end up having put that Winch shade in the other inner corner as well. Because it's like there aren't that many colors in this palette for inner corner highlights. So we just going to have to keep using Winch for everything. Yeah, so Night of Frolic. And this is just Luxie angled brush or mini angled brush. These are the only brushes I own from them. I think I had like a couple of face brushes, but they came loose. Like I had the highlighter brush that I really liked, and it came loose one day after washing. Have y'all noticed that like certain brushes, like when you wash them quite a bit after a while, like the barrel just comes off, or the brush comes off the barrel or whatever, and you know, can't use it anymore? Because I've been noticing that with e.l.f. brushes, Sigma brushes, these Luxie beauty brushes, and I think that's the only brushes I've had that issue with. I haven't had them with any other brushes, but I was like, with those particular brands, I noticed that like always happens. So I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah. Okay, so I like the color. It's a nice little color. I'm starting to think maybe I should use the purple because I feel like this one looks lighter than I expected it to. But, you know, it's already here now. It's too late. So we just gonna have to go with it. Take this brush and just kind of dust, if you will, all around. I think I want to take that brown shade on both sides and dust it over both sides. So I might go back into the other brush and dust it over there as well. Or I might just use this one and dust it over there, since all I did was use it to clean off the other shade, or airbrush the other shade. Now we're taking Dead Man Stuff. I'm gonna go up here toward the front of the eye. And I use the same brush that I did with the other color. I feel like you can still see the difference because it's looking a little bit darker than that color does. And obviously more purple since it's purple. So there's that. Go ahead and dust over these. Now I'm taking that on toast color, like I told y'all, and just dust it over this lightly. And I already got another eye look imagined in my mind that I'm going to do on YouTube for y'all with this palette. It involves the dark green and like the dark, basically it involves the colors that all the colors I'm using now. I'm just going to use them like in a different combination, if you will. I mean, some of the shimmers aren't going to be the same, but as far as like the general colors, of course, those are the ones that attract me the most. So I'm going to be using them again, just in a different way. Okay, so we have this shade and this shade to use. So I'm actually going to do it backwards. I'm going to put the purple toward the outer V, if you will, and then I'm going to put this one toward the front. And of course, we have to use winch in the inner corner because as you can see, there's no other shimmer for you to use in the inner corner in this one. So there's that. So let's start off with the purple shade. And we're just going to take that right out here. I'm literally going to take it just halfway toward the middle of the eye right here. Like so. So y'all see I just did half the middle of the eye, and I'm flip it over to the clean side. And I'm taking the reddish tone shade. Put that up here. I was hoping you would see a difference in contrast, but I can't necessarily say that I do right now. I'm hoping when I turn my head I will. Nah, I feel like I don't really see that difference in contrast, but in the pan they look different. That's the weird part. Or maybe the color stories are just too close to what it's like you can't tell. I'm gonna swatch both of them so you can see what I'm talking about, because I feel like on the lid, when I'm putting them on, I don't see a difference, but like on my fingers, clearly I see a difference, but let's swatch it. Oh, no wonder the red shade is one of those fucking satins. Oh God, hate it so much. Okay, so it's this one and this one, and y'all saw I put this one toward the front, this one toward the back, but I feel like you can't see a difference when they're on the lid. Well, I may see a little something with the red right here, but I don't know. I feel like the red just isn't giving it for me like the purple is. Let's try to tap some more and maybe I tap it on my finger, be more aggressive because it's like one of those satin shades. And since it's a satin, it's like not doing a damn thing for me. So I'm just irritated by it. I mean, that's a little bit better when I pat it on my finger, but it's like, y'all already know how I feel about satin, so you know what that look was. Take the shade Winch and put that toward the inner corner. So this is the second finished eye look using the, what did I say? Gather Round Sisters Hocus Pocus palette with Colourpop. Okay, so my thoughts on this palette are, I like the general color story of it, but you know, some of it I'm not gonna use. Like, obviously, I feel like this is a pressed glitter, and we keep telling them not to put these motherfuckers in here, and they keep not listening. And obviously, of course, we know I'm never using these two shades right here, so they're, you know, pointless to me. And then all these like sequence shades, I don't like them. So good vast majority of the palette could have been kept out for me, and I'd have been fine. Like, the colors I use on my eyes are obviously the only colors I will ever reach for in this palette. Like, the rest of them just, they don't really serve a purpose to me, and I'd be fine if they weren't in here at all. But you know, teachers on. A lot of people were saying it looked similar to the Garden Variety palette, and I get it to a certain degree, because like, you know, you got a lot of these purples, and then you do have a couple of greens, but it's like, if you see them side by side, obviously they do not look the same at all. We're gonna swatch a couple of the shades that do look similar though, so let me wipe my hand off with these original shades that I have, and then we will compare them, since you know we have the palettes and they're both here right now. So that way I don't have to try to do it on Instagram later, because since this video was actually pretty short, because I didn't have that much color variety to choose from in this palette, I figured I'd just go ahead and swatch them now. So as you can see, first of all, this brown is too dark, but I feel like we can try this brown right here, stay sharp against that On Toast shade I used. So take that one. So this is the shade from the Garden Variety, and this is On Toast. So I'm gonna swatch the On Toast shade first. I'm gonna have to build it up some because it's really close to my skin tone, and then we will do the second one from, and both of them actually seem really close to my skin tone, but so this is the, see what I'm saying? Like, you can hardly see it. This one is from Hocus Pocus, and then this one is from the Garden Variety. So as you can see, they look quite similar to the point where they both like blend in pretty well with my hand, because they look really similar to my skin tone. So those two look really similar. What else we got here? We can do this dark brown against the khaki green shade, even though, you know, it's not gonna look the same, because of course it's khaki green and it's like a weird dirty brown, but you know, I'll do both of them, why not? So this is the Hocus Pocus, and this is the Garden Variety. As you can see, this one is more of a dark green, and this has a little, I don't know what to exactly call that shade. I feel like it's supposed to look like, I guess, dirt, if you will, but I feel like you might be able to pull it off if you build it up enough, but since this is showing true green, I doubt that would work out too well. Next, we're gonna take what? We're gonna take Dead Man's Toe, and then we're gonna take what we call Stuck on You, because I feel like those are colors that look pretty similar as well. Stuck on You seems like it's a little bit lighter though, just by me like swatching it. See, this is the Hocus Pocus, and this is Stuck on You. So as usual, Hocus Pocus will go first, and Stuck on You after that. So that's from Hocus Pocus, and that's Stuck on You. See what I'm saying about the tones being similar? This is, I feel like these were the main tones people were talking about, and since those are, to me, the most interesting shades in the palette, because the rest of them are just a whole bunch of sequin shades that I didn't want, and then they got that horrible satin shade that I don't like, so it's just like, I'm trying to find it. The greens in here aren't going to match at all. I'm going to swatch them anyway just because we have them, but like the greens in here will not match the green in this palette by a long shot. But I'm going to just swatch them all because we all have. So Hocus Pocus, and then these are the two from Garden Variety. That's Hocus Pocus, Garden Variety. So this is the Hocus Pocus shade, and these are two shades from Garden Variety. They are not the same. We already established that and said that, but you know, I'm just swatching because we're here. And then, let's see, is there anything else in the matches? I'm gonna swatch the shade Wavelength against Winch, even though I know they're not the same. So this is Winch, and this is Wavelength. So let's do Winch, Wavelength. So this is Winch, and that's Wavelength. And I don't think I have anything else to swatch, but I'm trying to double check and oh wait, no, we didn't swatch the two purples yet. My bad. So I have Smudge Off, which is from Garden Variety. And then I have the purple from Hocus Pocus. And as you can see, this one is much darker than that one, but that's the last thing we're gonna swatch and then we'll be done. So Hocus Pocus and Garden Variety. So these are all the shades that look somewhat similar. That's Hocus Pocus and then that's Garden Variety. So these are all the shades. In the palettes that compare to each other. Well, they got that lighter white shade. I guess I could swatch that even though I'm not going to use it. But, you know, somebody watching it might actually be able to use it. So let's swatch that color too. Why not? Since we're here. Why not? It's called, what is it? Deserted. Is the name of shade? Oh, yeah, that one looks white. And this one looks like a more bone color. So, yeah, the one in Garden Variety is actually white. And this is more bone color shade. But let's swatch the short, the front of the hand. And the one in Hocus Pocus is sequin shade, and the one in Garden Variety is not. I think that's all I got. Yeah, I don't have any shades that are, well, I guess we can try Sucker for You against Coven. So this is Sucker for You. And this is Coven. So Coven and Sucker for You. They both sequin, but they both have like different tones. So this is Coven and this is Sucker for You. So as you can see, it has more of like a burgundy undertone, whereas that has more of a just brown undertone. I just don't understand what the point of putting the shimmer in like a matte shade is, because it's like if people don't like shimmers in their crease, which is why they won't use shimmer shades, why would they want to sequence in? I heard it's supposed to help it just blend it a little better, but I just don't see the purpose. Anyway, that's all the shades I feel like that were similar to both palettes. So let me go ahead and wipe this off. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Hope it was helpful. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.